Hello, hello, everybody. This is Jay and Jolie-Rose, and we are Motivators Ours. Sorry, my film is just a little bit cloudy here. Listen, today is the introduction. And make sure my volume up. Okay, today is the introduction. Um, Jolie is not going to be able to be here for two reasons. One, she's camera shy. Two, she's not feeling good. She had treatment today. And I'll talk to you about her treatment and give y'all all of the information about us so y'all can get to know us. Uh, we wanted to do this video. This is our first video, and also to celebrate the New Year's coming in, and just give you an idea about us and where we come from, and you know uh, why we decided to do YouTube. You know, so starting out, I'm going to be busting some suds. I got some dishes to wash, but I'll try to keep the noise down as much as I can as I talk to y'all. Um, I want to talk to y'all about uh, life, life changes, life experiences. Um, we are both motivators, even before YouTube. You know, we both were always the type to motivate and to help other people. It's been our life goal, so to speak, our mission just to be kind and to be nice and to just look out for people. So I figure, you know, why not go to YouTube and find some nice things to talk about, uh, be encouraged, have some encouragement for people. Because listen, with everything we going through in this world, we really need all the love and support and encouragement we can get. So we're trying to do our part just to encourage, just to uplift, and to make people feel good and feel special. And that's what this channel is based off of. Just showing love and just wait a minute, let me get this. Sorry y'all, I'm running behind. I was supposed to already had this stuff prepared before I even started, so it don't be all of this sound. Just let me fill this up and I can be able to run right on through this stuff real quick. But I hope everybody is having a good New Year so far. Uh, it's been going pretty good. Uh, you know, uh, we still thank God. We're still grateful for what we have. We're thankful that God blesses us. To see another day that we're here. Let me see. Okay, no, that don't help. Yeah, we're still here. And as I always say, every day God wakes us up, it's another chance to fulfill His plan for us. So, we're grateful to have these opportunities. And like I said, we had planned to come and do this live together, but I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about us. One, Jolie-Rose is what we call her. She does dialysis at home. And, all right, that's ready. She does dialysis at home. And from time to time, it's tiresome. It's tiresome. and but we still try to make the best out of it. You know, she still try to be optimistic. She try to be positive. She try to encourage other people. You know, even with everything she's going through, she still trying to, motivate other people and let people know that, hey, everything is going to be okay. Um, her her center wanted her to be an advocate for other people that's considering home dialysis because she has been so successful with hers, but she's really not the type of person that want to be out there like that. And I was too, but I've started coming out because I have another channel, two other channels, so I'm kind of breaking out of my shell a little bit. But in her case, she really cares about people, but she's the type that do things. She do a lot of good things for people behind the scenes, and with no recognition. She don't want recognition. It's just something that she do from the kindness of her heart. You know, but anyway, let me just tell y'all about herself. Like I said, welcome. I see people coming in. Welcome. Happy New Year. And the reason why I put the Happy New Year tag up is because this is our first live video, and we're coming into 2026, and it's a blessing. All right, so me, I'm 53 years old. I'm what they call legally blind. Uh, I've been blessed to be able to see what I can see. Um, when I was born, the doctors told my mom that I would never be able to see, and um, of course, my mom, she had deep faith, and she told the doctor he don't know what he was talking about, and God is going to bless me to be able to see, and this and that and other, and she was right because uh, I've been able to see. Not only have I been able to see, I've been able to drive. Uh, Pretty much everything that a regular person can do, I've been able to do that. I've been able to do that. You know, at one point I was driving trash trucks, but here's the problem with it was my vision wasn't strong enough for me to get a CDL, and that was a downfall. But I'm still blessed and I'm still grateful because I still had the opportunity to get them experiences and do a lot of things that I never thought that I would be able to do. Now, up until like this past couple of years, I got cataracts, real bad, real bad. And to be honest, like my spirits was going down. My faith was up, but I was getting a little bit worried. I ain't gonna lie, because the way my eyes are built, when I was born, my eyes did not develop all the way. So I have, they're not fully round like everybody else. Your mind is different. So a lot of the doctors that I talked to were afraid to touch it because they were afraid of, causing, blindness, complete blindness. So I had to live with those cataracts for a while, and it was like the cataracts that I had was like if you ever drove in the fog and you turned your high beams on up. That's how I was seeing, and it had gotten to the point where I couldn't drive. I couldn't drive. If I did, I drove just locally around here, around the corner to that store, and no further than that. I couldn't do it. Well, by the grace of God, I found a doctor, and she went in and she did the surgery. She did my right eye first, which was the worst eye, and that eye turned out good. Only thing is, I see like a little bit of double vision, a little bit when it comes to like headlights. So night driving, I can't do a lot of night driving because I see their headlights and then I see another portion of their headlights. So I wouldn't, I could, but I wouldn't really want to do a whole lot of night driving. All right, so that was that. The left eye, the surgery in the left eye went good. It went really good, and now I'm seeing a lot better. It's still not 100%, and the reason why it's not 100% is because, like I said, I have a birth defect, so I automatically was going to have a certain amount of low vision already. So, um, but I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay, and so that's me. Now Jolie, on the other hand, uh, Jolie is uh, a high educated person, very smart, very intelligent. Um, her only downfall is her kidneys failed. She was working, doing pretty good, and she started out with the type 1 diabetes, and it led to her kidneys failing, which led to her having to go on dialysis. It took her a long time before she finally made the choice to do it, and it had got real bad to the point where she was really sick, really sick. And I was telling her, I said, babe, you're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go. And, I mean, she had the good thing. She did go and prepare. She got her port put in her arm. She did that much, but she really did not want to go on dialysis. But anyway, it got to the point where she had no choice. So we rushed to the hospital, and she told the doctor, she said, I feel like I'm dying. And the doctor was straight up. He says, because, no, she said, I feel like my body is trying to die. And the doctor said, that's because it is. And that was a wake up call for her. So from that point, she's been on dialysis. And then that was, 13 years ago. And then the past 5 years, she decided to come home and do the dialysis. And that has been really good. That has been really good for her because it allows her to, do her treatments any time of the day that she wants to do them. She have it down to a science. She stick her own stuff with her needles because I ain't doing that. I'm trained, but I don't want to do that. I'll pull the needles out, but I don't want to stick no needles. Um, the blessing is how we worked out for each other. My vision was suffering poorly, but I was still able to do the physical things like put her boxes up and put her machine together. Um, so it worked. It worked for us. She was able to help me with my vision things, and I was able to help her with her dialysis things. So we have a good partnership with things, and we both know our positions. I know her downfalls and her needs, and she know my downfalls and my needs. So it's worked out good. Now, it hasn't been all good because in this time, um, we took like a hit. She lost her mom, which is my second mom, and that was a hard time, and still is. It's been 4 years, I think. Yeah, 4 years now, but it's no, actually it's been more than that. It's been 6 years. 6 years, and it was a hard pill to swallow, but on top of it, no, before she lost her mom, and the reason why I'm telling y'all this, because like I said, we've always been givers and helpers. Um, I got my brother about 8 years ago, and he suffered a mental breakdown because his wife uh, was taken in a terrible car accident, and he lost his way for a minute, and I didn't know. I just know he went missing for a while. So I went to Facebook and everything trying to find out where he at because I hadn't heard from him, and somebody sent me a picture of my brother laying on a park bench, homeless, and I was like, wait a minute, this not right. My brother, he never ever been homeless. Like something got to be wrong. So I got details, found out where he was at. He was all the way in Kentucky, and um, I got him and got him the mental health help that he needed, and it was tough. It was tough. Um, he couldn't come to terms with the fact that she was gone, even though they said that they took him to her funeral, but he just didn't want to face the reality, that she was gone. So that was a hard time. That was a hard time. But with counseling and medicine, we were able to get him back on the right track. And he was starting to do real good for himself. He had got an apartment right in the same area that I was at. Well, actually, right next door. He got the apartment next door. Um, he was starting to get interested in, some a girl that worked over there. It was a daycare over there, and he would go out and meet that girl every morning when she come to work, and be talking to her, or whatever like that. He was starting to come around, but he made one trip too many to the local hospital, and it led to him staying there at that hospital for like almost like 30 days. And when he came out of the hospital, he was talking good, he was smiling, but he couldn't walk. So we was just thinking, well, because he was laid up in the hospital for so long. Well, the next day after he got out of the hospital, um, I went over to going to get him together, help him get himself together for the day, and I realized that his foot, the bottom of his foot, was messed up, and it had infection. I don't want to mean to gross nobody out, but it had like a little bit of infection on the heel of his foot, and I was like, "What in the world? What is this?" So that was the first thing I noticed. So I said, "Well, I'm gonna make him an appointment, to go and see about that." And uh, as I helped him to get himself together more, I realized that he had a hole in his back, the size of a golf ball, and they had stuffed it with some tissue or some paper towel or something. Man, I was about to flip out. I said, "What is it?" I was just amazed that he didn't feel it. He didn't feel the things that was going on with him. Like, I couldn't understand, like, why he don't feel that. Well, The next day, my brother passed away. He passed away. He went out, and I tried to. Well, I administered CPR. The ambulance came. The crew came. They gave him CPR. They brought him back. They was about to take him back to that hospital. I said, I don't want him to go back to that hospital because I already got a beef with that hospital behind, you know. And I don't want this to be a sad video, but I'm gonna get to a point. I'm gonna get to the point. Well, they said that's the closest hospital and that they had to take him to the closest hospital. So they took him to the hospital. I got in the car, followed him up there. They kept him back there in the back for a while. Then they came and got us, me and my mom, and they had us to go to this room. They didn't have us to go to his room back there like we expected. They had us to go to this other room. And my mother said, you know what that means? I was like, nah. That don't mean nothing. Maybe they just clean the room up. I gave some kind of excuse as to why they didn't take us right back there to his room. Well, when it's all said and done, they came and got us. Well, they came to talk to us, and they told us that he had passed. So, and they took us back there to the room where they had him. So I'm asking questions. I'm like, well, what happened? Like, you know, I know that he was alive when he came here. Like, what happened? The nurse says, oh, he just stopped breathing. He just stopped breathing. Like, what do you mean? He just stopped breathing. Now, I know some of y'all may be familiar. Some hospitals have, or maybe all of them have this thing where the patient can sign a DNR, do not resuscitate. And ironically, they had come to me before and asking me about signing something like that. I said, no, I'm not going to sign nothing like that. I said, if he have any issues, which I was thinking, like, why would you even be talking to me about anything like that? But if he have any issues, I want y'all to fight. You know, fight to keep him. Well, when it's all said and done, he was gone. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that was off. When we went in the room to see him, he had these patches over his eyes. I said, why they got them patches on his eyes like that? My mom said, I don't know. And so I started just thinking, well, it's come up in my mind, like, why would they have those things on his eyes? And I guess I think I said something like, well, maybe, you know, his eyes went up, you know, something like that. Well, all I know is it seemed fishy to me. So I asked the nurse, when she came back in, I asked the nurse, I said, look, are y'all going to do an autopsy? She said, no. The doctor don't see no need to do no autopsy. Said, if you want an autopsy, you can get one if you want. It's going to be like $8,000 though. And I was like, something ain't right about this. So I called Jolie. And I told her what was going on. She rushed on down there. And she said, you know what? I think we need to call the coroner's office our own self and tell them what's going on and see what they say. So that's what she did. She called them. We explained the situation, all the details about what happened. And he said, I'll be right there. So he came out. I took pictures I had took pictures of my brother and his condition when he came home. So I showed the coroner all of that. And guess what? You know what? That helped me. I'll tell y'all about that. I don't want to make this video all about that, but anyway, the point that I'm making is, you know, we've always been the type of people to help people, to motivate people, and I think God put us in each other's lives because we both were people that was used and abused and taken advantage of. You know, people will take advantage of your kindness when you do too much. When they know you're a helper, they will continue to use you and use you and use you until you finally have to make the decision, I'm not doing it no more. But guess what? When you do make that decision, then everybody want to cut you off. They don't want to be around you because you ain't valuable no more. And that was a hurtful thing for me. For me, because I'm a people person. Like, I'm family oriented. I believe in. I was raised up thinking blood is thicker than water and all this and that and other. And you know, to face some of the challenges and disappointments that I did, like, it was really hurtful. But it was lessons. It was lessons in it, in that whole situation. Lessons that turned into blessings. So, anyway, when it was said and done, since I done told y'all most of the story, let me finish the story. So the coroner came, he seen everything. He said, no, this is very suspicious. He said, I'm gonna take your brother's case. And in fact, he said his father died under suspicious situations like that. And that's why he decided to become a coroner himself. So we was like, okay, so we felt good. And then, mind you, before he got there, the nurse kept coming back in there, trying to rush us out of there. Like, we just lost our loved one. Like, why is you trying to rush us out of here? Like, it was, you know, it was making me angry that she just kept coming back in there. Like, so, he called his people, the coroner. He called his people up to come and get my brother's body. We got all of the information, and we started heading out. By the time the nurse people seen us leaving, by the time we got to the car, I got a phone call from somebody asking for my brother's organs. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that right now because, you know, he's about to have an autopsy done. And, you know, oh, we can work around that. They was just really, really pushy. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So, got in the car, got about 2 blocks. Somebody else called. They're wanting, something off his eyes. I can't think of what it is. And I was like I'm crushed. I just lost my brother, you know? And these people, they calling me. How they get my number? That's what I was saying. How they get my number? And I told them, I said, no. So, but the plot thickens. So we leaving. We gone. We going on our way home. Right? I get a phone call from the coroner about an hour later. Said he's pressing charges. I said, well, what's going on? after we left, they went in there and they had made a plan that they was going to take what they wanted to take off my brother anyway, regardless of me saying no. They was going to take it anyway. But they didn't know the coroner was in there. The coroner was in there sitting down, waiting for his people to come and get my brother's body. So they come running in there, trying to prep my brother up, was about to go in and take what they want to take. They was about to take what they wanted to take. And they got caught. The coroner ended up calling the police and filing a police report the whole 9 yards. So it was a blessing that we was able to get him, because behind our back, they just would have went on and did what they wanted to do to my brother and probably stitched him on up as if nothing never happened. But when it was all said and done, when everything came back, the autopsy and everything came back, it came back that they was giving him large amounts of medicine to slow him down, and I believe that's what led to him stop breathing, as they say. It was a plot. It was a plot, you know. But that was a hard time. That was a hard time we went through, and it was tough. And then right behind it, the next month, Jolie's mom died. She passed away from complications from dialysis. That was really hard. Like, we hadn't even recovered. I don't even think we had did the arrangements yet for my brother. And then her mom went and she passed away the next month. So that was the hardest year of our lives. That was the hardest year of our lives. But by the grace of God, we made it. We made it through. And we still continue to be helpers. We still continue to be people to look out for other people. One difference with me is I've been more towards my mindset is I'm going to help people that want to be helped. I'm going to, encourage people that want to be encouraged. See, I've always been the type of person, like I've always make excuses for people's bad behavior, and like I had to grow out of that. I had to let people be adults and let people live and do things for themselves, and stop trying to protect everybody, and start. Listen, there's plenty of people out here that really would love to have a friend. I mean, a true friend. My mom had 2 girlfriends, and we all grew up. We grew up with her 2 girlfriends' kids. Like, we were all like cousins. And they were friends for years. For years, all our lives. They both have passed on, but they were friends at least 30-something years. No, probably more than that, because they was friends before we were even born. It's hard to have friendships like that anymore. Like, I ain't seen none. I haven't seen nothing like that. Maybe it is. I haven't seen. I'm talking about true friendship through thick and thin. You know what I mean? I haven't seen it. I haven't experienced it. I put it that way. I haven't experienced it. I've been in friendships where it seemed like I was more of a friend. It was more one-sided, really. But it's plenty of people that would love to have the opportunity to have somebody to care for them, to love on them, to cheer for them, because a lot of people don't have family support. This is one of the reasons why I decided to do YouTube, because, like I said, me personally, I'm a helper. I'm a helper. Like, it's just in me just to just to look out for people, to be a friend, to be encouraged. It's just in me. It's in me. But it comes a time where, you know, you have to, I guess I could say, choose your battles, choose your whatever, because everybody just don't want it. Or everybody don't appreciate, what you offer, what you bring. Everybody don't appreciate it. So guess what? Why keep giving you? And it's the same, just like relationships, right? Why keep giving your all, your 100%, and all you getting is 2% back? Like, it's an unbalance, and when it's said and done, you the one that's gonna be around there all messed up and stuff. So, and believe me, I've been there too many times. So that's why they always teach you got to love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, then you just put up and tolerate any old thing. And all it do is just break you down more and more. It breaks you down. So, anyway, to sum it up, uh, we ended up together. It was a good match. Um, she appreciate my good qualities. I appreciate her good qualities. That's key. Appreciation. People that appreciate the efforts from other people. Like I said, we both are motivators. I've seen many times where, at times where she cheered for people more than herself. And I would tell her, I said, listen, you can do more than what you think you can do. You just gotta, come outside of the box sometimes. And I know how that is, because listen, I was raised up in the church, and my pastor used to ask me to come up there and sing every Sunday. I used to be petrified. Glasses are sweating, glasses falling down my nose. And it wasn't that I couldn't sing. I could sing. It's just all of them people looking at me. I was scared. But I just decided to do it, man. And I encourage anybody that's listening to the sound of my voice, this is a new year. There's no time to live in fear anymore. And that's the same thing I tell Jolie. I say, listen, you got a story. You have a testimony, and people need to hear it. People need to hear it. When I tell a story about my eyes and about how God brought me over, it's a miracle. it's a miracle, and I just got to tell it. I got to tell it, and I got to give him thanks for all he's done for me. Like, seriously. But meanwhile, like I said, I'm just going to be out here trying to encourage anybody that I can encourage. Encourage, especially, like I said, with everything going on around us, we need all the love and support we can get. We don't need more people that's trying to divide us. We need people that's trying to encourage us and just trying to be kind and nice and decent. That's what we need. So that's what the base of this channel is going to be. Like I said, I'm not able to get Jolie out here. She don't feel good. She did treatment earlier, and you know, maybe she's tired from the treatment, or maybe she's still a little bit shy. Eventually, I'ma get out here. This is our first. This is our first live. We just got welcomed into the live world on this channel, and I really wanted it to be us too, but like I'm not gonna push her. I'm not gonna push her. Eventually, maybe we'll start out with some voice stuff. Maybe we can talk if she don't want to be on in front of the camera or whatever. But I don't know. We see how it go. But either way, we're gonna be looking to send love and support out and to motivate as much as we can. Just let y'all know, hey, you can depend on this channel for love, support, friendship. I try my best to respond. Wait a minute. Alright, I try my best to respond to comments, but I found from my other channel that, because I was responding to every comment, and I found that YouTube will think that you are some kind of bot or something like that when you respond to every comment. I said, what? Like, they will get suspicious about your account. I still have not figured out this YouTube stuff. Like I said, I have an exercise channel. Y'all welcome to come and join me. I've been slacking the past couple of weeks, but I usually have workout Wednesdays on the Finest Workout Next Level J, or my starting point was YouTube's Finest, where I just started talking about my life and encouraging everything that I like to do myself personally. Was going to that channel. Music, comedy. I had my exercise over there, but they said too many things was going on over there, so the algorithm was getting confused, and that's why I wasn't getting the attention. Like, I'm still trying to figure this stuff out, but that's why I took my exercise channel and built that by itself. That way I can just completely devote myself to, you know, being healthy and working towards that. Now, let me give y'all some encouragement. Um, this is a new year. I know a lot of us have New Year resolutions and stuff like that. And a lot of times we don't even keep them New Year resolutions. And I'm guilty. Um, I'm personally working towards getting my health in line. Um, losing a lot of family members early at a young age. Yesterday, I just lost my little cousin, Lena Oakley. Rest in peace to my little cousin Lena. Um, she lost her battle with cancer, and before that, COVID took another one of my young cousins. And it's like, you're seeing your family members, and then my brother, he was still young. My brother was nothing but 47. Like it's tough to see, you know, you lose your family members in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. Like that's a hard pill to swallow. So I'm thankful that God blessed me to see age 55. But I realized that, like, after my brother died, I went through a state of depression myself, and I picked up a lot of weight. But I came to the realization that I got to do better. I got to do better for myself. I have three adult kids, and I have one grandson, and one on the way now. Uh, I have to do better, with getting myself together. If I want to be around here, I've always been a skinny kid, like my whole entire life, all the way through my 30s. 150 pounds. I stayed steady at 150 pounds, fit. But circumstances and situations happened. I got injured on the job. Then I dealt with the depression behind my brother. And, you know, my body just went haywire because I stopped being active like I was used to being. So I'm in the mode now personally, me personally. I'm trying to rebuild myself spiritually, mentally, and physically. These are the things that I'm trying to do for myself that I had been lacking. I'm working towards that. Now I've started on that last year, and I'm bringing it into the new year. So y'all welcome to come along with the journey. Like we're going to keep trying to be as positive as we can. We're not negative at all. We're very positive people, and we just want to send love out against all of the hatred and bitterness and racial and all of this nonsense out here. We want to be a driving force against that, and let love be our guide. You know, so that's what our channel is all about. Like I said, I apologize that uh, Miss Jolie wasn't able to come on and be a part of it today, but hopefully in the future. You want to say hi? Just say hello. All right. Hopefully in the future we'll come together and we'll be able to do some things. But I appreciate y'all chilling with me um, and listen to it. I didn't want this story to be a drag. I want us to have a good, happy New Year. Happy New Year, not sad and depression and depressing. I want us to be happy. I want us to be good. I want us to be blessed. So um, that's my prayer and that's my intentions moving forward. This is our first live, and I appreciate y'all coming in and joining. I'm about to sign on out. Um, I got a few other things to do, but I'll let y'all be for now. I'll see y'all on the next one. But as I always say, love, peace, and blessings to all of y'all. I appreciate it. I love y'all. Thank you for your support. I'll see you on the next one. Stay motivated.